Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to World of Horror. Alright, let's get that bread, gamers. Let's go. We're gonna get the Haru, Harbinger of Doom, going cold turkey bread, Ath Yelazath. What do we got here? Backstory World of Horror, Ath Yelazath, Hard Knock. You see, I think one of the things that makes the challenges very nice is they don't seem to have backstories unless the or like random backstories. If the backstory isn't part of the challenge, they usually just have World of Horror as the backstory, which is very nice and very forgiving. Second enemy strength, second mystery dexterity, and then knowledge. So that's going to be a little bit rough, because basically what we're dealing with is left side, top right, and then your seconds. So thinking about a Haru run, thinking about a cold turkey Haru run, I mean a cold turkey, obviously what we need to do is, I mean the monkey wrench is so good with like Haru's regular stats, but with a -1 already in place, like a -2 to your strength doesn't seem that good. So what I'm thinking, I mean, obviously we take School Nurse and History Club 100% of the time, and then everything else is pretty good, pretty pog. If you don't like Twitch vernacular, you can blame Joey. I basically learned Twitch vernacular because I was going on Twitch streams, mainly his. So even though he had no input or control into this, you can still blame him, Dab. Listen, I have to say Dab because you can't see me. And if you can see me, that's a little bit weird, and I would appreciate the privacy if you could avert thine eyes. But anyways, we're just vibing. We're just chilling. I saw, whenever I hear the word chillin', I just remember that John Cena video where he goes Bing chillin', and it's like, that's an incredible video. Like, I have no idea what the context is, or why he said it, but just John Cena saying Bing chillin' is just really good. Well, apparently it was like well, I mean, I know that it was a video that he was doing that was for, like, people said it was for advertising ice cream. I genuinely don't know. Like, when I say I have no idea, I mean that the internet has given me a preconceived notion of something that I do not care enough about to look into, so I might as well just, like, be completely honest and say, like, yeah, I know that he says Bing chillin', and I think that that's funny. But at the same time, it's like, I have literally zero idea of the context, and I have only heard things from the internet, which basically means nothing. But anyways, we start with a bottle of water, because we're going cold turkey. You know, I've never smonked before. Oh my god, Haru, you can't smonk. You're not supposed to smonk, Haru. Listen, I've never smonked in my entire life. Listen, we have to prevent Haru from smonking, so he has to be wearing the Dog God Festival mask. Is that what it's called? It is called Dog God Festival mask. It is called the Dog God Festival outfit. But, you know, like, I've never smonked before in my life, anything. You probably could tell, admittedly, if that was a random shot in the dark you were gonna take about my character, that would be accurate. What mystery are we gonna do? I don't know, dude. That's a bummer. Wordless Ward right there, I don't like that one. We're probably just gonna let our friend steal our entire life. Just as a treat. Probably just, like, we are on Timeline B, so that's a fight, too. Probably just a little household hell, just a little household hell, just for fun. But, I'm kind of thinking about we, like, sell that bottle of water immediately. But, I mean, obviously we get the money here. I mean, that's not that bad. Let's go ahead and take this right here. Two things that are very, like, minute, not really important. So we're gonna go down to 6 strength. I think that still works. I think that's definitely still viable enough. So I just, like, my brain, like web.exe, stopped working? We're in household hell. Okay. We don't need to do that. Is there any perk that we want immediately? I mean, the clock, the gears are turning. The clock is turning. Or the clock is ticking. The gears are turning. I mean, we could look. Immediately kills any non-eldritch enemy. The centipede is a beast, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and take Ashen Contract, dude. Why not? It's gonna cost a total of 10% Doom if we ever cast it, but listen, I'm not gonna say no to that, and I'll say hello to 8% or 8 EXP. You do indeed love to see it. Also, I don't like how the curse signs go on the cosmetic item we're wearing. Like, I get why they do, because it looks cool, but I would be very concerned if it was like one of those things where you have like one of those cursed things, like a cursed sign or a cursed well, I guess literally in this case it's a cursed sign, but like a cursed sign or a cursed tattoo that no matter what you do, it will always show, so you can't cover it. That would be weird. That would be really weird. But anyways, just call the police. I'm calling the police, 3% Doom. But yeah, no, we're just kind of hanging out, doing a Haru challenge. Nothing too bad, nothing too nightmarish. No. What is it, Bloodborne? Like, I know Bloodborne has Prey Slaughtered and then like Nightmare Vanquished. Is that it? A Way Out? Listen, I've been playing. My friend and I were playing It Takes Two, like a long time ago, and we kind of stopped playing it around the, I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, but I think it's like, I mean, is it decently early in the game? Like, basically, It Takes Two, if you aren't familiar, it won Game of the Year at the Game Awards, and it totally did, by the way. It's a great game. Like, it's absolutely fantastic. My friend and I have put almost 10 hours into it, and the only problem that I have with the game, and I don't know if this is like on an AMD card or whatever, but the only problem that I have with the game is that there is a glitch where the ground textures, and it's always like the same ground textures, like the grass, the snow, you know, it's like the stone ground. It's always like the first thing that they use to texture the ground, if that makes sense. Like, it is on nothing else, but the first thing that they use to texture the grass or whatever, it like has a bunch of like black boxes that rapidly flash in and out of existence. It looks terrible. Like, it looks absolutely awful. But honestly, like, I've been playing with that bug. I haven't looked up if there was a way to fix it yet. There might be. This is a strength check, this is a perception check, so they're pretty much basically both the same thing. But we can get like a bunch of EXP for doing this one. Guess we'll just get an injury, that's fine. So we can't get, actually, that's a major injury, that's kind of a bummer. This is our first enemy, by the way, I'm pretty sure. Yes, this is definitely our first enemy. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna be a runner. Like, just, like, look at me. Look at Haru. Look at the enemy. Look at our hit chance. And then look at the run button. And you'll understand what it is that we do here. Now, if we're lucky, we can just kind of, like, get out of here immediately. But besides that glitch of the black boxes phasing in and out of existence, it's a really, like, I really like it. It's a really good game. And so, like, I think the thing that I love about it is, first of all, it's immediately engaging. Like, the gameplay is, like, the controls are good. Like, maneuvering around the environment feels really nice. There are some a little bit weird things, like, we're doing the snow level right now, and the ice skating thing is kind of awkward. Like, transitioning between ice skating and regular platforming is a little bit weird, but thankfully, there's only, like, really one area where you do that in, and there's, like, the ice skating is to get from one end to the other really quickly, and it's, like, this big circle. But a lot of the time, it's either an ice skating segment or a running segment, right? They don't really do, like, you know, they don't really mix both very often, and when they do, it's not that bad. Like, it's just a little bit awkward. But what I like about it a lot is that it's constantly changing the game and how you play it, right? Like, my biggest complaint, and okay, listen. Don't look at the episode number when I say this, but we've talked about this before. In, like, you know, probably like episode 300 or something. But, that's just a random guess, by the way. I have no idea. I don't keep notes about these episodes at all. I've got no idea. If you told me that, like, 200 episodes ago we did a bit about a time-traveling dinosaur, I'd believe you. I don't even remember what episode 200 was. I don't remember what episode 300 was. Or, I guess, in this case, 305? Yeah, 305. I don't remember what episode 305 was. But, you know, anyways. What are we gonna do for our second mystery? We could probably do, I mean, with, the yeet spell, I don't think our friend is an eldritch entity, right? And then this is a beast, right? So we could do either or we could also do Fear Festival if we're worried about, you know, whatchamacallit. But the thing, road's closed. But I think what we'll probably do instead, I mean, this is gonna be, like, easy-ish. Okay, we're gonna do preferably both of these B2B back to back, and we'll do worrying right up of Worthless Ward first. And I'm also interested to see if whatchamacallit. This is horrible, by the way. This is awful. Because you can't run from this, and he's definitely an eldritch enemy. Oh, that's right, we still have those injuries. That was a mistake on my part then. But it's still, like, this is a shorter mystery, I think. It feels a little bit longer because of the, no, I definitely made a mistake, but I think that, oh, he's weak to blunt. He's weak to blunt. We can do 7 damage. No, we're gonna go up to 41%. So, 70. Okay, we can do the coin toss meta. Let's go. Always lucky, never punished. But, like, okay, one of my biggest complaints with games is that, and again, don't you dare look at the episode number. One of my biggest complaints in games is literally just every game that comes out these days is just the same goddamn thing, right? Like, again, don't you dare look at that episode number. I'm a hypocrite and I don't care. But still, don't look at the episode number. It's a lie, an illusion. But like, I'll give you my favorite example. Like, if you made me rank like my top 20 games of all time, Far Cry 3 would definitely be in there. Like, Far Cry 3 was so much fun to play, right? I love Far Cry 3. Oh, we could go to the doctor's office here, by the way. Okay, we'll do that in a second. But, after we get this, because we don't want to go back and then forth, because then we trigger another event again. But, yo, doll nurse, let's go. You love to see it. But, yeah, no, so it's like, Far Cry 3 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I love that game. Playing that was so much fun. But here's the thing. Every single Far Cry game past 3, right? Like, I've heard 2 is good, and 2 looks fun. But, like, Far Cry 4, Far Cry Post-Apocalypse, whatever it's called, Far Cry Blood Dragon, Far Cry 5, there was another one, I think. Yeah, no, it was the prehistoric one, right? Yeah. I forgot the prehistoric thing was a thing that existed. But, you know, it's like, all of those games are literally just the same thing, except marginally worse, like, every time. Right, like Assassin's Creed is another great example of it. Assassin's Creed 2, that's a great game. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, that's a great game. Assassin's Creed 3, you know. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag, is like, that's when they took, like, the boat mechanics from 3 and they made the boat mechanics, like, the whole game. So Black Flag is a banger. But then all the other Assassin's Creed games is like, oh, goody, you know? Like, Assassin's Creed is actually a weird example, and actually, like, an outlier example that still kind of proves what I'm talking about, but also not in the way that I'm trying to convey. So it was actually, like, a god-awful... Like, it was actually probably, like, the worst way that I could have formed it. Essentially, the idea is, this is 2? Yeah, we'll just go ahead and sell this. But, like, Assassin's Creed started out as, like, a decently unique idea. Right, ooh. Okay. So do we want to sell the, like, we'll drink the bottle of water and then we'll sell it, definitely. That's the branch. That's a broken bottle. Because we want to get rid of Frostbite. Like, I was thinking maybe we wait until, like, we get School Nurse to patch us up, but I think this is probably fine. We do need to do the dexterity check, though. That is true. Do we have any mansion gaming after this? No. Irizumi, perhaps? No. We're gonna get quick thinking, and we'll get strength? Yeah. But, like, okay, so Assassin's Creed 1, 2, Brotherhood 3, and 4 were kind of, like, a relatively unique thing in games, I would like to say, because there wasn't really, like, you didn't have other games, maybe I'm just, like, you know, ignorant or whatever, but, like, the only games that I could think of where you played as, like, an assassin who stealthed around a city with that, like, sort of on-rails parkour mechanics that the game had. Oh, this is awful, by the way. I hate this. We're gonna do this, which I don't like, but we're gonna do it. Like, that, like, I can only really think, like, Assassin's Creed, like, 1 through 4 is Assassin's Creed, right? But then you get into the newer ones, where it plays as, like, a god-awful hack and slash, and it's like, oh, yeah. And the thing is, that's another thing, like, these sorts of, like, open-world, like, hack and slash, well, hack and slash might be the wrong word, but just, like, action-adventure games, you know what I'm talking about? Where they're all the same. Right, like, that was one of the things that kind of prevented me from enjoying Horizon Zero Dawn a bit, is because it's like, yeah, I've played this one before. Like, every game ever, you know? Which is, it's a disservice to Horizon Zero Dawn, because it's got those cool, like, robot dinosaurs. Which is, oh, that's disgusting. Like, the cigarette is, like, sticking through a hole in, like, the cheek. Ugh. Maybe this is too much. Yakuza Driver is human, okay? So, if we wanted to, we could. If we wanted a blast, we could blast. But, I think we'll probably just, like, it's too much. And, you know, I have just dropped, like, a nuclear hot take video game opinion, and I'm refusing to elaborate. Which, is kind of funny, but also, like, you know, no bully, please. I mean, I guess, like, what I'm, like, it's kind of like Call of Duty syndrome, right? Except on, like, industry-wide. You know, I don't think games do, like, enough unique stuff. They just, like, they innovate on things that don't need innovated on because they were fine, and then they don't innovate in any area where they need innovation, right? Because, like, the new Assassin's Creeds, they're, like, they're, like, 3D, or not 3D, well, of course they're 3D, but, like, third-person, hack-and-slash beat-em-ups with, like, open-world questing, and, you know, it's, like, every game kind of looked at, like, Skyrim, and is like, we need to be Skyrim, but worse. If that makes sense. Like, every single-player game has to be, like, okay, like, Days Gone, right? Like, it's very difficult to explain. but I feel that, like, most games nowadays are, like, a mix of, like, Far Cry 3 and Skyrim. And that might be, like, a little insane, but I just have, like, 99 Bloodborne insight, alright? Like, I'm seeing the code in the Matrix here, okay? Let's see. Yeah, we could do... Do we do School Scissors? I mean, we could. No boss fight. And so that's one of the reasons why I really liked World of Horror, is because World of Horror is something that hasn't been made in a while, right? Like, of course, there are games that are like World of Horror, but it hasn't been made in a while, so it kind of has that, like, is fresh, right? Like, and here's the thing, I have never played a game like World of Horror before, full disclaimer. But, you know, I've seen, like... I've seen, excuse me, my mind went completely blank. There's another YouTuber by the name of Desmond, King of Fighters, who occasionally does videos about, like World of Horror, play this game. And it's like some obscure game that I've never heard of that captures like the same look and feel. And occasionally, like, Panstash would retweet that as well. So, you know, there are games out there that kind of capture the style and the feel. And... you know, so have I played those games? Like I said, no. But when you kind of get into a situation... we need to get the Friend's Diary, by the way. Yo, my boy, you love to see it. The lad? He should... listen, if anybody's weak to a blunt weapon, it should be a glass jar. Alright? Come on. You know I'm right. You know I'm right. That's probably, like, one of the smartest things I... just a regular glass jar lying around the classroom? Like, come on, you know I know. You love to see it. But, but, like, I just, like... here's the thing, and those are single-player games. Like, every multiplayer game... at least multiplayer games have more variety, right? But the thing is, they all had the same stupid garbage, right? Like, they all want to be live services that demand, like, every second of your attention constantly. And it's like, you know, like what was it called? Outlaws? Outlanders? The purple one, if that makes sense. The game with a lot of purple on the cover. Right, you have the three people, and then the background is purple. That one. The Outriders? Is that it? I have no idea. But, you know, people... like, that game came out and it sucked. And it was basically... you know, that was sort of like every other, like, live service shooter game, you know? And it's like, you really only have time for one of them. You know, like, that's one of the things I hate about Splitgate. Like, Splitgate is, like, Pog. Like, I love Portal, I love Halo 3, I love Splitgate. But, well, maybe Splitgate's more like... maybe, like, more like Halo Reach? More like Halo Reach? Probably. But it appeals to me more as somebody who really liked Halo 3 and Halo Reach than somebody... than Halo Infinite does, right? But, you know, just looking at that. Alright, we're gonna block here. Can we kick? I don't think we can. No, we can't. We can't do anything. So we have to either take the 2 damage or, choose violence? I choose Go-Go Gadget Wooden Bat, and 2 85% chances, because that's about, like, the best Haru's gonna get, to be honest with you. What's the, like, what Friend Diary? Bow Bow? Okay, thank you. Doesn't matter. But, like, Splitgate, if you want to unlock anything, you have to either buy it on, like, a Fortnite shop, where it's, like, a rotating time thing, where it's like, oh, you gotta keep logging into the game, because that thing you want may be for sale, or a battle pass. And it's like, listen, it's a free game, you gotta monetize it somehow, I totally get that. But when you have, like, a cash shop that you can't choose what you buy, and then you have, like, a, whatchamacallit, a battle pass. It's like, that sucks. Like, I hate it here. And then, you know, like, League of Legends has the same thing. Like, League of Legends has the Battle Pass thing, and you have to buy the Battle Pass, like, for seasons. So it's like, there's, like, the Debonair Battle Pass now, right? Like, I kind of like that more, because you can work towards something and then buy it with your battle pass points, right? Like, and then in most battle passes, it's like, hey, here's like 90 garbage items that you don't care about, and then like the good thing that you want, but like everybody who gets that point in the battle pass will be wearing the same exact thing as you. And so it's just like, that's one of the things that also killed like the Master Chief Collection for me, right? Is because like in Halo Reach, you leveled up, you unlocked new armor, and then you had to buy the armor with credits, which you earned by playing every match. And now it's like, oh, if you want that EVA helmet, well, guess what? You got to go down like the freaking Halo Battle Pass, you know, and then you got to unlock the EVA helmet. But what if I want Gunganir armor? Oh, well, sorry, kid, Gunganir armor's in the Heroes of Reach Battle Pass. You got to go down that one. And it's like, ugh. Like, I know we don't live in a world where you can have skill-based challenges and achievements anymore. Like, I know we're not in that bow. We're not in that 4 bows, 1 clap world. Man, we used to be a society where you could unlock weapon skins by getting headshots. What the hell? Like, listen, the moment that's always gonna stick with me from video games is that time I was playing Halo 3, and I wanted the scout helmet so badly. The scout helmet, you had to get like a splatter kill with the mongoose, which was, you know, not that hard, but, you know, younger me, that was hard, right? You know, when I got that, like, how I got that achievement was literally, I was just driving a mongoose in that really small map that has sort of like the cave underneath it, like the cave system underneath it, and the grassy bit on top, and it had like the little metal fortification on like the very top of the map. It's very small, condensed vertical map. I was driving the mongoose down into the caves, and somebody jumped down, and I killed them. And I was so freaking excited, right? Like, I was so happy. And I got the scout helmet, and then I had the scout helmet forever, you know? And now it's like, oh, you want the scout helmet? We'll go down the Halo 3 Battle Pass and get to level, like, 77, and it's like, ugh. And then, of course, when the Battle Passes are timed, like, when the Battle Passes are timed, and you have to be like, oh, well, if you want this item, then you have to get it, you have to buy the Battle Pass, then you have to grind for, like, 100 hours, and then you can have the item that you want. And it's like, oh my god, please just kill me. Like, it ruins any game, right? Like, that's one of the reasons why, like, the critically acclaimed blah 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 is something that I enjoy so much. Is you want to know what I do to look cool? I just, like, you know, you can call me a basic nerd all you want, but the armor that you get by just going through the game looks cool, right? And if you want something like extravagant and fancy, well, then you can go into a raid and get some, and then you can kill the boss, and then you can need for the gear and hope that, like, the other 2 healers don't care, right? Like, it's just, it's very difficult for me to explain it, but it's like, being able to earn cosmetics feels so good. And obviously how Square Enix monetized Final Fantasy XIV is you're paying, like, $11 a month for your character, right? But it's just like, I would rather just, like, pay the money to play the game than, you know, buy a battle pass for like $20 and then waste like 100 hours of my life trying to get a cosmetic item I want. I would rather just go into a raid, fight a boss, kill a boss, drops the loot that I want, that I need for it, you know? And here's the thing, like, but that subscription service, that only works for, like, 1 game, right? Because, I mean, like, how many, right, like, and that's the thing, is I think that a Battle Pass also only works for 1 game, because a Battle Pass is basically a subscription service. And so, if somebody's like, you know, they're like, oh man, I don't want to, you know, pay like $11 a month for a Final Fantasy subscription. Totally fair. But a Battle Pass is the same thing, because you're spending like $20, or sometimes even more if you're buying Battle Pass skips, right? You're sometimes buying more than that, and it's like, you know, if it's worth it to you, then that's all you need to know, really. And that's not a problem. Like, again, like, if something's worth it to you, like, if you spend the money on something and you feel good about it, that's fine. Like, I'm not your parent. I'm not your legal guardian. I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money. But, like, they're very similar. Like, you gotta basically get them to enjoy the full experience of the game. If you're a cosmetics person, but I am. I like cosmetics a lot. So are we gonna... What are we doing here? Right, like, we're running away. Because we're only doing 4 damage. So that's 12 doom. So we're getting the heck out of here. I think we have a chance of dooming out. I think it's pretty likely. I think we might, like, if you asked me to call it, like, you put a gun to my head and you're like, Web, are you winning this one? Or are you winning, Web? I would say probably, yeah. Like, I'm not super worried about it yet. Like, I am worried about the boss fight, like, don't get me wrong. Like, normally we'd be smonking and we'd be, like, ripping and tearing through everything, but we're going cold turkey. I mean, Haru is cheating, he is smonking, but, like, not game-affecting smonks. They're he's just doing that, like, it's not, the cigarette's not even lit. He's just doing it to feel something. But no, this episode's been weird. Like, I'm just thinking about, like, like, it started out as every video game is the same and I hate all video games, and then it went into every battle pass and subscription service is the same and I hate them all too. But it's like, I don't know, I just... Going back to It Takes Two, if you can even remember we were talking about that, one of the reasons why I like it a lot is it's just a fun game, right? Like, it's just a fun game. Like, you pay 60, was it 60 bucks? It should be 60 bucks, but, like, you know, you pay, like, 60 bucks. It might be 40. I'm gonna check. It's 40 bucks. So, you pay... Like, you and your friend chip in $20, because you only need one copy of the game to play for both of you. And then, like, one of you owns the game, and then you can give the friend pass to the other person. And by the way, you can give as many friend passes as you want, because you can only play with another person. So, you can give, like, just people with friend passes can't play on their own. They need somebody with the game to invite them. So, you know, you and your friend drop 20 bucks. One of you flip a coin to decide who gets the game. You invite each other to play. You play the game. It's just a good game, right? Like, it's just a good, solid game with a decent chunk of content. And you just have fun with your friend, right? Like, that's it. There is no battle pass. There is no... Like, there are cosmetic items that you can find. You wear them for a little bit. And then there are some, like, your outfit changes depending on what part of the level you're in. But, like, it's just a fun game. Like, it's just a really fun game. And so, yeah, it's simple, but yeah, of course it should win Game of the Year. Like, it's just a simple, fun game that, because it constantly changes the gameplay style and everything is at least competent, and even if you don't like one of the things that they go into, like, let's say you don't like the hack and slash Diablo bit, you find that boring, it goes on for like 5 to 10 minutes, dude. Like, it's not a big deal, right? Like, if there's a part of the game you don't like, it'll be over in like 5 minutes. And so you never get to dwell on, like, oh, well, you know, from a critical or analytical perspective, this one part of the game doesn't really go very well, and I think it's a step back from the overall quality of the experience. It's 5 minutes. Like, you're already over that part. Like, when you're thinking, like, oh, you know, this part of the game doesn't really... Like, they threw a cool idea at the wall, didn't really stick, and it kind of makes the game a little bit worse. You were done with it 20 minutes ago. And that's not even, like, an exaggeration. And then, like, of course, some of them are just one-off things for fun. Like, my friend and I were laughing our ass off when he suddenly started playing, like a I don't want to say Panzer Dragoon, because it's not Panzer Dragoon, but he started playing, like, an on-rails, like, 3D shooter. And then I started playing, like, freaking Mortal Kombat. Alright? Like, that was hilarious. And yeah, is it bare bones and simple and understand? Yeah, yeah, of course it is. It's also one fight. You know? Like, it's not, I don't know, dude. Like, When I heard that Joseph Ferris won the Game of the Year, and then he said, fuck the Oscars again, is beautiful. Like, absolutely incredible. So we are gonna, okay, after that, we're definitely gonna have to go to the monument, for sure. Back out, just take 1 stamina damage. We are in minimalized damage mode. Like, I think we're probably gonna win. We have a lump of flesh. This is Pog. Like, you love to see that. So, honestly, what we need to do is, I think we need to use it once at this point. Do we have Takashi? I think we do, right? It's strength, dex, knowledge. Oh, and your seconds. Oh, crap. I don't remember my second enemy at all. Maybe we'll figure it out. Maybe we won't. Here's hoping. Okay, all vents connected. Currently, not winning. We are currently, if you ask me, are you winning, Web? I would say no. Let's level up. Let's see where we're at. These are all terrible. I feel like I say that every time we level up. Like, these are all god-awful. I should have brought us to the... Honestly, I should have brought us to the monument first. Because this is gonna be... Actually, crap, I think we lose. I think we doom out. Because I don't remember seconds. Like, I could probably, like, walk it through the second mysteries. Like, this is... I mean, this is the sacrifice you have to pay for a coherent banter. We'll take... It does 3 stamina matter. No. Well, actually... Do you want to know, like, the incredible idea that I have right now? We don't use Ashen Contract, and we just beat him to death with the Monkey Wrench. And then we use the Lump of Flesh to heal so we don't die. Because we're taking -9 right now. No, that wouldn't work. I think we like literally have to put a point to strength, because we like -6 is like somewhat workable. But then again, we could really use some reason right now. Yeah, okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take reason. We're gonna go to the monument. What do we sell? Like, we can't sell the monkey wrench. Like, we can't do that. Surely not. So what I'm thinking... What am I thinking? What am I scheming? What am I scheming? We need literally 2 more EXP. Oh my god. Okay, okay, we go to the monument and cry if he asks for money? Money, I think? Like, because we need the lump of flesh to win. Like, that is literally our win condition, is holding on to the lump of flesh. We go to the monument. We cast... This is gonna be 10% doom. So we need to go to the monument twice. There is no Takashi, so we can sell the monkey wrench if we absolutely have to, but that means if we get into a fight before the centipede, we lose. So it's pleasure doing business with you. Okay. Now, stamina, please, I beg you. Okay. Now, we basically, you pick a god and pray. Like, that's basically what you do at this point. We're gonna go up to 87% doom. Like, is that good enough? I think it is. I think if we at least get one of them oh my god. There's a way out. There's a way out. Oh, no, there isn't. No, there is not. I was like, oh, obviously, we forget our spell, and then we will, you know, we'll meditate. Do a little meditation. I don't think we live. I genuinely don't, because we're not gonna level up. We're not gonna level up. So if we run it like this, right? We lump of flesh. We do 2 of these, and then a bow, bow, bow. Well, we literally can't even do it. Like, we don't have the Kurakosa mask, it's not possible. We don't have Kurakosa mask, we threw it or sold it or whatever. Okay, we run, we go up to... I mean, we gotta run. Like, okay, so for those of you who are wondering, why don't we just do this, which will kill him? The reason why you don't do that is because you will take -4 reason. Because that's how ghosts work. Because Panstash hates you. So, escape, you have to. We're gonna go up to 93%. Because I do not think we'll be killing this thing in 1 turn. Like, I do not think we'll be killing this thing in 1 turn. Like, we could maybe do... I mean, maybe doing 24 damage is pretty good. But what we gotta do is what we've been planning on doing the whole game. Gotta do that. Now, Heart of Darkness, that's terrible. That's awful, I think. So, at this point, we have to remember both of the things. Okay, so we're taking -9. So, Lump of Flesh, I mean, we eat Lump of Flesh, we go up to 10, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, like, it doesn't really matter, so we'll just take Reason here. So let me walk it through. Oh god, the one time we didn't remember our seconds. We are gonna take -3 because of that, but I think we lose because of Heart of Darkness. I think this is the rare, like, Heart of Darkness dabs on you. But, okay. Let's see if we can, let's see if we can put it together, alright? Let's think about it. So it was not Hole Ridden Thing, we know that. It was not Hole Ridden Thing. I think it was Magician Glitched. Because, okay, hear me out. We do Household Hell first. And then... Wait, no, what? Okay, no, hold on. We had Household Hell, School Scissors, Wordless Ward, Arms, and Fear Festival. We did Fear Festival 4th, Arms 5th. We did Household Hell first. Then we did Wordless Ward. And then we did School Scissors. So Doll Nurse then. Because Magician Glitched must have been... Because... Did we fight Magician Glitched? Like, here's the thing. Did we fight Magician Glitched in Household Hell? I don't think we did. I think it was only Hole Ridden Thing, right? So I'm pretty sure it was Doll Nurse. Right? Like, if I click wrong, we lose. So, like, my initial impression, if I just had to guess off of instinct, I would say Magician Glitch. But thinking about it, it's more likely to be Doll Nurse. Because we encountered Doll Nurse in Wordless Ward. Oof, okay, we lost. We lost for sure. But, so it was Glitch Magician. I was right. I thought Glitch Magician was a Fear Festival thing. So Wordless Ward, and then so we would have won. We would have won on our first try if I just remembered the second one. Okay. Well, listen, that's gonna be it for me for today. But not a hard challenge. Literally, just I was focused more on the banter than I was on the game, and so I forgot the second enemy. I forgot. We definitely would have won that. We definitely would have won that. So, you know, not a dub, because I messed up at the end. But, as far as winning on the first try, like, unfortunately, we haven't cleared all the challenges on the first try. Like, that's what I was wanting to do, is first try Harbinger of Doom, all the challenges. But, Mizuki exists, and I forgot. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're all staying safe out there. Have a good one, and hope you don't kill me in the comment section below because of my controversial hot take video game opinions about battle passes being bad. I know. I'm a pariah. They hated Webb because he told them the truth. Alright, stay safe out there. Bye!